Hi everyone, this is Blair, and today we are going to read The Quiet Evening Before Christmas. Snow had been falling since late afternoon, the kind that drips down softly rather than hurrying to the ground. By evening, the world outside the window looked muted and calm, as though someone had turned the volume down on everything except the glow of light in the hush of winter. Inside the small cabin, the air was warm, not overly warm, just enough to make the cold outside feel distant and unimportant. A lamp sat on a wooden side table, its yellow light spreading gently across the room, stopping just short of the corners. Shadows rested there quietly, undisturbed. A mug of tea steamed faintly on the table, sending thin ribbons of warmth into the air. The scent was mild, something herbal, something comforting. The kind of smell that didn't demand attention but rewarded it. The fire in the hearth crackled softly, not loudly, just enough to remind the room that it was there. Outside, the snow continued to fall. There was no rush tonight, no list to complete, no place to be. Only the quiet evening before Christmas. A small pine tree stood near the window, decorated simply. A few ornaments hung from its branches, round, smooth, some with faint patterns etched into the surfaces. A string of warm lights wrapped around the tree slowly, deliberately, as though it had taken its time fighting the light press for each glow. The window beside it had begun to frost along the edges. Tiny ice patterns crept across the glass, forming shapes that looked like leaves and feathers if you watch long enough. Somewhere in the distance, a church bell rang once, then nothing. The room returned to stillness. On the desk near the fire, a sheet of thick paper lay waiting. Its surface was blank, bright against the darker wood beneath it. Nearby, a small collection of pencils rested in a ceramic cup, sharpened, orderly, ready to be used. One pencil was lifted slowly, carefully. As it touched the paper, the sound was soft, a gentle scratch, almost a whisper. The first lines appeared gradually, not hurried. A window frame, a slanted roof, the outline of a small cabin, much like the one standing quietly in the snow outside. Each movement of the pencil was unforced. There was no need to finish quickly. The joy was in the movement itself. The slow glide of graphite, the subtle texture of paper beneath it. Outside, the wind shifted slightly, brushing snow against the side of the cabin in a soft hush. Inside, the fire responded with a quiet crack. The drawing grew. Snow-covered trees appeared beside the cabin, Tall pines, their branches heavy and patient, a narrow path curved gently toward the front door, marked only by faint footprints that suggest that someone had passed by earlier, unhurried, unafraid of the cold. The pencil paused, a sip of tea. Steam rose again, bravely catching the light. The evening felt suspended, as though time itself had decided to rest. Christmas was almost here, but not yet. Tonight belonged to the wedding. The pencil returned to the page, adding details slowly. A wrench on the cabin door, small berries tucked between pine needles, a ribbon looping gently across the top. No bright color yet, just lines, shapes, calm. The fire settled into a steady rhythm, the kind that didn't flicker dramatically, but held its glow with confidence. Somewhere beneath the quiet sounds, the pencil, the fire, the faint wind, was a feeling that didn't need words, a sense that everything was, for now, exactly as it should be. The drawing continued. A lamppost appeared near the path, its light imagined rather than drawn. It didn't need to be seen to be felt. The suggestion of warmth was enough. Snowflakes were added next, not all the same. Some larger, some buried there, each one unique, resting gently in the scene. The page slowly filled, but the space around the drawing remained clean, breathing room, calm. Another pause. The pencil was set down gently, making a soft sound as it touched the desk. Hands rested for a moment, warming near the fire. The tea was finished, leaving only a faint ring at the bottom of the mug. Outside, the snow fell slow. The world felt wrapped in cotton and light. This was the kind of evening that didn't ask anything of you. It didn't expect celebration. It didn't demand excitement. It simply offered stillness. The pencil was picked up again. Small details were added now. Wood grain on the cabin walls, subtle lines in the tree bark, the suggestion of knit patterns on a scarf hung near the door. Each detail was an invitation to slow down even more. Christmas would come tomorrow with its lights and voices and movement. But tonight was quiet. The drawing was nearly complete. The pencil traced the final lines and then lifted away, leaving the image resting peacefully on the page. A moment passed where nothing happened at all. Then the paper was adjusted slightly, centered, ready. This was a picture meant to be colored slowly, thoughtfully, with patience. A picture meant to be returned to again and again. The fire sighed softly as a log settled. Outside, the snow came to rest. and the cabin, both real and drawn, held the quiet close, keeping it safe through the longest, coziest night of the year. The end.